Hey guys, it's Blaize. So yesterday I taped a really quick 30-second recording thing, just advising you that I'm going to be doing an FAQ with me, which is Blaize. So I got a lot of questions to go through, so I'm going to be breaking them apart from part 1 to part 2, or even maybe a part 3. You guys have asked me a lot of questions and I have read them and I just have them screenshotted. I haven't really thought of any answers yet, so this is not rehearsed at all. So I'm going to do the best I can. So let's get started. First question was from Yaya. What is your most favorite band? I hate when people ask me questions like this. It's not like I hate the question, it's just because I can't decide. Okay, can I just name a few? 9 Inch Nails, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Evanescence. In This Moment, The Offspring, Nirvana. This is way more than my most favoritist. I'm sorry, those are just a few of my most favoritists. Number 2 is a question I get asked a lot. Why did you change your name from KB Doll to Blaize? I went by KB Doll on social media for about 4 years. And I do love KB Doll still. I still am called KB Doll at times. I love the name. I made it up myself. KB Doll was playing around with my first real name, from changing the L to a B, and it rhymes with baby doll, and so I just made it KB Doll. So that's where that name came from. But when I moved from New Jersey to Colorado, I decided that it was time for a change, and I was going to change it. And one day I was taking one of those stupid quizzes that you get on Facebook that are more like the generators, and I picked what would your which name be. So I just put in my regular first name and it came out Blaize. And I, for some reason, really liked that. It had those whole description to what it means and everything like that, and I really liked the sound of it. So I was like, instead of it's KB Doll, it's Blaize. I'm blazing, you know. I'm a fire sign and I am a witch, you know. Ooh. But yeah, so I just thought that was really catchy and I really liked that. So from then on, I just decided to stick with it's Blaize. So that's the story behind it. Sorry, my camera fell. Okay, question number 3 from Terry. I don't know if Terry is a male or a female, but Terry asks, why do you change your hair so often? Such as dyeing and wigs and styles. Okay, since I was a child, this has been going on, a little child. I do not like looking the same very often for too long. For about a week, I'll like my appearance and then I'll want to change it just like that. And I don't care what it is. You can ask my mother, it drives everybody insane. I get very impulsive and I'll think of a color that I want my hair to be and I'll do it. The reason behind it is I'm an artist. That's an art form, and an art form that I enjoy doing. And you know, it's like the human body is like a canvas and I want to paint it. Same with tattoos, but I change my hair way more often than I get tattoos. But I wish that wasn't the case. But yeah, it's just because I do not like looking the same for a long time. When I was a child, even though I wanted long hair and long bangs, kind of like this, I would ask my mom every few months to get my hair cut, because even though I didn't like short hair or bangs, I just did not like looking the same at all for a very long time. So that's the reason. This question is from Sammy. I love your wrestling video. Thank you. Why are the Hardy Boys and Lita your favorites? P.S. I love It's Blaize. Love, Sammy. Oh, thank you. Okay. When I first started watching the two, as I said in my wrestling video, which you guys can go and check out, the first people that really caught my eye were Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, and Lita when she first debuted, before she was even paired with the Hardys. Team Extreme, my favorite thing of all time. Jeff Hardy was more the one who caught my eye. I loved his style, both physically and in the ring. He wasn't like any of the other wrestlers that I had been seeing who were like big and built and, you know, or technical wrestlers. He was more high flying. Matt too. Matt was more of a technical wrestler than Jeff was, but he was high flying as well. So the Hardy Boys caught me because I loved the way they dressed. They were deliciously gorgeous, oh my god, and still are. But Jeff was always my favorite. And so they were just different, and I love the way Jeff did his hair, and yeah, they were really hot and very different, and they brought something new to WWF at the time that I loved watching. Lita, same reason. I saw girls coming in with huge implants, all blondes, very stupid, you know, they had, you know, these really ridiculous, same personalities, just no personality whatsoever. Lita was in there, she was like mixing it up with the guys, she was doing high flying moves, Hurricane Ranas, and just doing everything, and I was like, that's like female wrestling. And also I loved her appearance as well. She's the reason I started dyeing my hair when I was 11 years old. My first color I ever dyed my hair was the red like Lita had when she first debuted. I started buying fishnets, and I wore my panties, I pulled my panties up from my pants all the time like she did, because I just fell in love with her fashion. She was different from any other female wrestlers that were there who were more like the divas division. And back when she first debuted, they didn't really call them divas, they were just women wrestlers, and she was just very different and very unique and very beautiful, and that's why that team caught my eye. Okay, question number 5 is from Ella. What hair dye brands do you recommend for outrageous colors such as blues, greens, pinks, purples, etc. for budget beauties? By the way, I love your haul videos. Aw, thank you. at least, yeah, I love doing my haul videos. This is a great question because I love answering for girls who are also budget beauties, such as myself. Let's give it up for the budget beauties who are broke ass bitches but still look beautiful doing it. Hair dye brands that I recommend, Ion Color Brilliance is an amazing thing. It's for the more outrageous colors, the semi-permanent colors like that. As you mentioned, I mostly go to them. They're about, you know, they go from $4.99 to like $5.50 a box, and you get a lot of product in it, and it's very, very thick, so you have to dilute it with conditioner if you want to get the color, the perfect color that you want. Other colors but are not really for budget beauties. I mean, they are, but Manic Panic I think is kind of more of an expensive brand, but it's a great brand, and it's not too expensive. Splat hair dye for drugstore brands. Splat hair dye has helped in the past. I mean, sometimes the color doesn't come out as much as the box says it will. I've had problems with it. My best friend Lori had problems with it. But also, this isn't really for beauties on a budget, but Arctic Fox hair dyes. They are a vegan, cruelty-free hair dye brand that is amazing, and I believe like 25% of their income goes to charity for against animal abuse and animal shelters and stuff like that. So I would definitely check them out online. They are a great brand. The color lasts for a long time, and it's for a good cause, and they're really great people. So there you go. These are great questions so far, guys. Question number 6 from Tiff, T-I-F-F. I don't know if that's short for Tiffany or whatever. Hey Blaize, hi. I love your haul videos. Thank you. I am also a beauty on a budget. What are your favorite cheap and affordable makeup brands? Okay, Elf, obviously. I can be like a promoter for Elf. Clean Color, LA Colors, Amuse, Wet n Wild, NYC or New York Color. Rimmel is great. They're a little bit more expensive, but still in a reasonable price range. I love Rimmel. Yeah, Santi. I love Santi. So if you go on shopmissay.com, I'll leave their information in the description box below. Even though I kind of don't want to promote them, they've kind of been screwing me over a little bit lately, but I still love them. They sell also cruelty-free makeup that is $1 a piece. So yeah, those are some of my favorite makeup brands that are really decently priced and are all cruelty-free and work very, very well. There you go. Question number 7 is from Brandy. If you had to label yourself, what would you be? I would be an alternative goth. I don't know how much more detail I can go into. It's very expensive being goth nowadays. It always has been, but yeah, so I've always been like a goth on the inside, and I've tried to make myself as goth as possible on the outside. But goth clothing and goth shoes and just like everything, goth makeup, it just very, very expensive. So it's not something I can afford, and I'm also alternative. I just like an alternative girl is just, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. I just different from many other girls, different from other labels. Just, I guess it's close to like the emo and goth and scene punk kind of girls. I guess punk would be in there a little bit as well. So I hope that was helpful. Now this question I did respond to because I think I might have to do a whole nother video for this question because this is gonna take way too long. This is from Vanessa though. She said, I too suffer from panic attacks and all that good stuff. How do you personally deal with it? I'm going to be 100% honest. I am a therapist to all my friends and family who suffer from panic attack disorders, such as myself. If you are new, I suffer from panic attack disorder, extreme severe panic attack disorder, acute anxiety disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, OCD, PTSD, so all that really fun stuff, which is absolutely the worst things you can suffer from is any kind of mental illness such as that. How I personally deal with it, I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't. I'm great at giving advice, but it doesn't work for me. First of all, you have to make sure you control your breathing. If you're hyperventilating, it's just going to make things a billion times worse. It depends on what your panic attacks are over, but you always got to make sure, no matter what you're panicking over, you always got to make sure you're focusing on your breathing. So that's always a thing. I made a video called my comfort movies or comfort television shows, which are just movies and shows that you've seen a million times that make you comfortable, something that you don't really have to put so much concentration in, or anything, even if it's scary or anything that will get you emotional. It's just something that will just dull your senses, something that you've seen before, and it will just, you can be concentrating but not concentrating at the same time. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. I've always had a squishy like cushion ball, that because when I'm panicking I have to constantly be doing something with my hands and my fingers. I count 1 2 3 4 5 6. I count all the time. There's weird things I do when I'm having a panic attack. Medication. I'm sorry I have to say it, but medication is what helps. I've been on Xanax since I was 9 years old. I've also been on Klonopin and Zyprexa, and which is off-label used for panic attacks. I've been on pretty much every single anti-anxiety medicine that there is. Some of them help, some of them don't. But yeah, medication definitely helps. Doing this or anything therapeutic, anything like that, vlogging, making a journal, my poetry. I just did my poetry video today that you should go and check out. I started writing poetry when I was 11 years old because it helped settle my nerves, and it helped me, I didn't know the words to describe how I was feeling, so I just wrote them down and sort of made up a little bit of words along the way. But so any kind of writing in a journal, even if it's just quotes or if it's just something written over and over again like I've done, so any type of writing can always be an outlet. I'm not going to lie, in the past I used to be a self-harmer, and that is obviously not a healthy outlet for anxiety. I thought that I thought the way most people think, and that is if you're physically hurting, if you're emotionally hurting, then if you put physical pain on top of it, your emotional pain will not be there. And I'm gonna actually go into or show you guys something that is actually very personal, but since you asked, Vanessa, and this is something I'm telling you I do not condone or recommend at all. As you can see, I have several scars on my wrist, which is why I am always wearing bracelets on this wrist and not this one, because I have scars. I used to burn myself, I used to cut myself, and now I have scars there forever that I absolutely regret because it was 30 seconds of relief and now I have them for a lifetime. So don't ever self-harm. Do something more healthy. Sometimes I sing. I love singing. Anything like what I've just recommended, but it really depends on what your panic attacks are over. Mine is for emetophobia and agoraphobia, so anything along the lines of sitting up in a comfortable position, getting dressed in comfortable clothing, nothing like hard clothing, putting something on the television that you've seen a lot that makes you more comfortable, or my comfort TV as I call them, playing with your hands, keeping your hands busy, writing, just anything like that. I'll do a whole entire separate video on that as well for anybody if you guys are interested, but do not do self-harming, because like I said, it's 30 seconds of relief for something that you get for a lifetime, and it's not worth it. And even though I know how you're feeling when people say that, I know the feeling about that, it's not a healthy thing to do, and it's not something I condone at all, or it's not something I find disgusting because I've done it myself. So, and who am I to be a hypocrite and say, ew, that person's a cutter, or, oh my god, that person's nuts, because I used to be that person too. That's who I was, not who I am. So yeah, those are just some tips, but I will do a whole separate video on that, and I'll make sure to do that for you, Vanessa, and thank you. Question number 9 is from Kayla. How old were you when you lost your virginity? Willingly, I was 16 years old. I'm not going to go into any kind of stories that were negative stories, but willingly, I was 16 years old when I lost my virginity. Question number 9 is, I forgot to put the name in here. Oh wait, no, that was question number 9. Why can't I count? Last question for now is question number 10 is from Gemma. If a movie was based on your life, what genre would it be? A drama. It would be thriller, drama, with a little bit of dark comedy in it, but mostly drama. Yeah, absolutely. I had started making a biography about my life, and there's just too much to put into it, but I always dreamed of having an independent drama movie based on my life, because I just thought it would be a really nice thing to do. So it would be probably an independent drama kind of movie. This was part 1 of FAQ with Blaize. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys got the answers you were looking for. I do have a whole bunch more questions, so this was just part 1. This was just 10 questions. I'm probably going to do 10 questions per video. So if you have any more questions or comments, please leave them below. Follow me on Instagram, it's .blaize. I will leave my name there. Don't forget to subscribe right now, because there is a giveaway going on, and there's going to be tons of more giveaways going on, free giveaways. And thank you guys so much for the questions. I hope they were helpful, and I hoped I answered to your pleasure. I'm sorry it did go a little dark there, but you know, I was being 100% honest. I did say ask me anything, as long as it was PG-13ish. So yeah, I'm still taking questions for FAQ videos. This was my first one, so let's try to give it 2 thumbs up. Just let's get it 2 thumbs up. And until next time, stay wicked. I love you guys. You guys are my wicked little blazers, and I can't thank you guys enough. So I love you. Mwah.